Florian Balogun. 50 million. Is he an upgrade on what we've already got? How do you translate French League goals into Premier League goals? Well, let's go back to him and his time in the Premiership. That didn't really go well, did it? Was he at Middlesbrough? Didn't really go well, did it? In the French League, Ligue 1, that don't translate to Premiership goals, does it? 50 million. I'm asking you, is it an upgrade? While I'm doing my housework, is it an upgrade? I don't think it's an upgrade. The only thing he's an upgrade is that the only thing he's good for is for Spurs content. So you've got all these content creators wetting their pants over this geezer, and he's an Arsenal geezer. It's funny how we're getting a lot of these Arsenal fucking connections in, aren't we? Since we got Vinay. Nah, he's not an upgrade, brother. He's not the number 9, the striker that we need to partner up with fucking the fantastical Gakpo and Savinho, the fictional at the minute Gakpo and Savinho. Instead of getting the wingers in, privatise the striker. Get a striker in, quality striker. Don't tell me you couldn't have added 10 million to PSG's money and got fucking Torres in. You know, you could have quite easily, because money talks in this world nowadays, doesn't it? Absolutely talks. And that just exposes what are Spurs doing? What are Enoch doing? The cash injection, the net spend and the gross, incomings and the outgoings. The more that we add, we've got money to spend, right? And we haven't spent that much, considering. Now we've got Spencer Romero out the door, and you look at the incomings, the outgoings, the gross and the net, we've got money to spend. So open that fucking war chest, because at the minute, if we add another 2 senior players, it's like we ain't spent nothing and we've not upgraded. Because you can't tell me the players that we've got in are upgrades on what we already got. They're not, are they? They're like for likes. And to cut price, to have Spence sold on a cut price one, you're having a fucking Turkish with that. Even Romero, that looks a bit cut price to me. Why? People are saying, oh, they don't pay that abroad. Well, they're selling. They're selling us, the fucking players, for twice the money. Because that's Premiership. No, it don't work like that. Football money is football money. They are what they're worth. But I don't see any of the other teams going for Balogun. Do you? No other Premiership teams are going for him. The same as the Oshiman thing. That's weird. You know, he's sat there for the last fucking 3 weeks. No Premiership clubs have gone in for him, and then all of a sudden, oh, the agents are fucking the shills, the agent shills have all come out and fucking bigged him up. But what's the problem with him? Why ain't no one picked him up? Great player, great goal scorer. We can't question that. But how comes no other teams have questioned why they ain't picked him up? Because my pal, who I spoke to yesterday, mentioned that fact, and I'll give him credit because that's exactly what I was thinking. Why hasn't no one else picked up Oshiman straight away? Great goal scorer. What? Why? There must be a reason for it. The same goes for Florian Balogun. Why hasn't no one picked him up straight away? If he's supposed to be this, he's had a turnaround and he's had the greatest couple of seasons he's had his greatest season this year in the French League, isn't it? And that's it. But as I said before, French League 1 goals does not translate into fucking Premier League goals. You know, 0.43 per game. Like, I'd much rather be seeing the stats, because that's what they're going to be talking about. What I keep telling you, in 6 months' time, that's what they're going to be talking about, the stats. I'd much rather see 1.43, not half a goal. Half a goal was neither here nor there. I want 1.43. You know, a goal and a half. a game. And this is where Spurs are going to fucking fuck it all up, because they're going to keep prioritising these wingers like we've seen in the reports in the press at the minute. Attacking winger. What, are we going to get Gakpo to play fucking centrally? Because if we're going to get him playing centrally, do you know what? I think we're in for a fucking season again where we're fucking nail biting. Now, I don't mind nail biting seasons. I don't mind a good game of football. But I'd like to know we've got a player there that can get that extra goal if needed. That can level up the team. And to me, all these transfers, I was getting a bit excited myself, overhyping the great British way of doing it, the great football thing of overhyping players. Look at it in the cold light of day, the reality of it. We've had a mediocre team for so fucking long. We've been used to mediocrity. So when we mention the name of Balogun, it looks like all it is a fresh name, isn't it? That's all it is. He's not an upgrade. He's not going to bring the team up to next level. So yeah, and all he's good for as well, as I said, content creators. No, it's a fresh name to talk about, a fresh name to debate. So I think it's all a big fizz. It's all a big con. And if we get him, then there's something wrong. There's something wrong with De Zerbi, mate. Because if he's asked for that person, if De Zerbi has asked for that person and wants that person in, then do you know what? The manager can go fuck himself. Because I ain't Brighton. I ain't Bournemouth. You know what I mean? I ain't Chelsea. I ain't Arsenal, bruv. I'm Tottenham. I'm Spurs. I don't want to be these other teams. I want to see us fighting, playing the football that we started, bruv. Because it's getting beyond a joke now with the fucking Spurs team. You can actually see, you can actually see where the corporate side of Spurs comes out in the transfer window, telling you one thing. Oh, look at the gross spend. Let the PR go off with it. We've spent 223 million. 100 million pound player. Tonali, the great god of football. Yeah. Well, Arsenal just fucking paid out for his mate, didn't they? It was even better. This is what I'm saying. We want to level up. We don't want to stay the same. So I'm not understanding. 50 million for Balogun. He ain't worth 50 million. How much they buy him for? In the 30s? Did they buy him for the 30s? If that. Plus the add-on bits and pieces. And now they're selling him for 50 after a good fucking one good season. Let's say one good season. Because if you had the season before with the goals, then you can say, oh, look, this is the greatest time he's had. But it's in a French league, that's what I'm saying. It's in a fucking French league, man. It's not the Premier League, is it? What Spurs need is a Premiership proven number fucking 9 or a top quality, world class number 9 who's going to fucking 20 plus goals a fucking season. Not a goal average of 0.43. Fucking hell. You know what I mean? That's fucking... I think Richarlison's only 0.34. You know, and I hate using stats and fucking stuff like that. But no, let's use the stats because that's the general consensus, what everyone's using to big up these players. Shit. Absolutely shit. And as I said before, that Torres just exposes the whole undercurrent of Tottenham and what we're trying to do. We're getting sold a story that we're in the rebuild. Does it look like a rebuild? It just looks like fucking swapping gravy on your chips for curry sauce. You know? Equally as nice. It's just a different flavour, a different name for today. You know? And that's all it is. It's like swapping penthouse for us. It's like swapping fucking... It's like swapping 95 petrol for 98 petrol. An absolute joke. We'll leave it there because I'm actually getting on the hating Enoch one and hating the corporate thing, and they're pulling wool over our eyes. And I hope the Spurs fans can see it now, because it's a big con, absolutely big con. And don't let the other Tottenham content creators blind you with the science of a different name. All they want is engagement out of this name. The same as I've done this video. Yeah, I'm going to put his name in the fucking title, but I'm not going to fucking big this geezer up. I'm not going to tell you bullshit. Give you honest to God opinion on what's going on. And I'm going to do it in less than 11 minutes. Have a good one. Take care. God bless my front wheel skids.